Hello everyone. Today let us learn about the Delhi Sultanate. Now, as we have learned about all the kingdoms of Delhi Sultanate, all the dynasties of Delhi Sultanate, let's learn how this Delhi Sultanate worked, how its administration was. So, if you see Delhi Sultanate's administration, the Sultan was at the apex. He was the supreme executive, legislative, judiciary, and military authority. He kept an eye on the revenue and the expenditure. He appointed a council of ministers who helped him in taking decisions. The first member of them was the Wazir, who is the prime minister, and he supervised the work of the other officers. Then you have Ariz-e-Mumlak. Ariz-e-Mumlak was the army minister. Remember, he was the army minister and not the commander-in-chief, because the commander-in-chief was the Sultan itself. The Sultan always gave all the commands to the army. It was not the army minister. The army minister, that is Ariz-e-Mumlak's work was to recruit, equip and pay the army. Diwan-e-Risalat. Remember, Risalat, religious. Diwan-e-Risalat looked after religious matters. He was presided over by the chief Sardar, who was generally the leading Qazi. The Qazi is a head of justice and justice departments, who usually help Sultan in civil and religious matters. The last one, you have Diwan-e-Insha. Diwan-e-Insha looked after state correspondence and dealt with matters related to state correspondence. Let's learn about the empire, how it was divided. So, the empire which was there was divided into iktas, which are the provinces. These provinces had one head, which were called as the muktis. Now, these iktas were further divided into sheikhs and parganas to enable local self-government. So, to enable local self-government, they were divided further into sheikhs and parganas, which were the districts. Later, these sheikhs and parganas were divided into villages. Villages were the last of them. In these villages, you had three main heads. The Muqaddam, who was the village headman, the Patwari, who was the record keeper, and the Mushrif, who was the village accountant. Now, let's look and learn about the nobles. What was the importance of nobles during the Delhi Sultanate? The nobles formed an extremely powerful group and had a lot of importance as they held positions of provincial governors and military commanders. The Ikta system. What was this Ikta system? Now what Sultan did was, sometimes he used to give these grants of revenue, the Ikta which is there, he used to give them as the grants. So therefore what happened was, the people who got these Iktas were called as the Iktadars, the people holding iktas. Now, the iktadars had to maintain themselves. The grant which was given to them, in that grant, they had to feed themselves, their families, and they also had to maintain some soldiers who would go with Sultan. So, all this was to be done in this one grant. When the central authority became a little weak, the iktas took the charge, not completely, partially. Although the complete charge was with the Sultan only, but they took a little bit of charge and did some further things. So I hope with this you must have understood about the Delhi Sultanate. Thank you.